the alcohol and that, and I didn't care if I sat there and I drank um and I drank and I would drive home and it's, oh well, you know what, I can drive home drunk and I'm great at driving. That's what really scared me. That's what started to really open my eyes, because years before this, I had gotten a DUI. Um, and I think everybody does that. Whenever you got that liquid monster up in you, you think, you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and you think you can drive. And you really can't. You think you're driving. I can't remember how many times that I had passed out at the wheel, thinking that I could drive, and I was so fucked up. Uh, and I would wake up, and I would wake up driving into oncoming traffic, man. And I was just, I think to myself, but it's like, dude, you could have killed yourself, and you could have killed innocent people. You've been in prison for the rest of your life, and have all this guilt and all this, and it really started making me wake up, seeing that my alcoholism and my ego, because of my alcoholism, was ruining my life, and it was all part of my childhood trauma. It was all because of what I had went through and seen as a kid. Um, I I seen it, and then still years later, my um, alcohol got a hold of me the way it did, and man, it just, like I said, it really sunk its claws into me so bad. Um, I never thought that I would be addicted to alcohol like that. I used to like to I was just a weekend warrior. I used to like to drink and get fucked up on the weekends, and you know what I mean? And then I'd stop for a little bit, but then I'd get that urge and I would start um, drinking in the middle of the week. Right after work, I would start going. I would get a 24 pack, and I was the type of person that it didn't matter if I was fucked up already. I had to keep drinking until that 24 pack was gone. Um, Things just got worse and worse and worse till I was drinking every single day, every single day. Didn't matter what. On my way to work, I'd buy those 10 packs, those shooters, smash them all on the way to work. I'd have another pack in the truck whenever I was going home. I'd smash them all, get home, drink 3 or 4 of those boxes, the little boxes of wine, and just be blacked out. Didn't even know anything that would happen. Wake up the next morning, my ex telling me, hey, do you remember this? Do you remember doing that? Do you remember this and this and that? And us fighting, and, and it getting physical, and, and I was like, no, I don't remember. I don't remember at all. Um, I kept doing that and kept doing that and kept doing that until I left and I was homeless. It was weird. I never really drank while I was homeless. I used other drinks. I smoked weed, and I would smoke meth and do coke and stuff. Um, but I just started really reflecting on myself and thinking, like, look at how I'm letting everybody down. Like, this is the most horrible feeling I could possibly think of. Um, Felt like a failure. People told me that I was stupid, and that I was dumb for doing everything that I was doing, and I believed it. I believed it because I was like, well, I'm doing all the rest of this stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're right about this too. They're right about the whole me being dumb and all that. And it's that's I've said that a million times. Um, what I did to get past it, uh, I ended up in jail. Then prison again, and then I went back to jail for some reason. I can't remember. They went and picked me up and they took me back to the county jail. And then went back on the streets for a while. My bad. Went back on the streets for a while, and then ended up in rehab. Once I was there, I started reflecting on everything from my life to my relationships to my family, my use, my ego, my inflation of my life, lies that I had told. I was a very good liar. And endless strip clubs where I thought that I could find happiness and love and attention, which I couldn't. It was just, I don't really want to get into that. You know, it was bad. But if you really want help, you know, and you really want to change yourself, try to find that one person that cares. Try to find that one person that's going to listen and help you and guide you in the right direction. Because that's what I did. I had to sit down and actually listen to what the people that were helping me had to say. Because if I didn't, then I would have just kept on in the same thing. And that's, I mean, I can understand addiction, and I can understand not wanting to get clean and not get sober because I was there. You know, the thing that gets me about the blues and the fentanyl right now is that some of my partners were on that fentanyl, that Fetty powder, man, and that they were on the blues for a long time, and it looked like their legs were falling apart, like there was chunks and sores and, you know, falling apart. And I mean, if you get to that point and you don't see that you have a problem, and you don't see that that you need help, I don't know, man. You know, you might just find yourself being buried and, you know, taken to the morgue. Because my partners looked like some of their legs were exploding, man. The sores were exploding, shit running down their leg. You know, and they're like, no, I'm okay. I just need to get high. And it's crazy. It's crazy that, you know, you would think that, but that's just the way that monster gets a hold of you. And like I said, I've said it a million times too. I'm here. You guys can call me. You guys can email me anything that you want to do. I got to go to my class here in a minute. I got another class, CPR class, that I got to graduate. But I love you guys. I'll hit you guys up on the next one. Don't hesitate to call if you need help. If it's an emergency, call 911, of course. I love you, Tucson. Thank you, guys. Keep on checking everything out. I'll see you guys on the next one. King Los.